Welcome to my channel today. Trying to adjust myself to this new screen that I have. Okay, let's see if this is going to work. But welcome to Spiritually Guided in That. And today, I hope you all are doing well and giving yourself some praise and some confirmation that you are striving to live your best self. It's a journey. It's a journey. So you have to give yourself that pat on the back and say to yourself, I can do this. I can do this. Hope everyone is living their best life, striving to live their best life, and staying positive, loving, and kind. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to shuffle the cards and see what message Spirit has for us today. Let me get myself together today. What message do you have for us today, Spirit? Thank you, Spirit, for all of your love and your guidance. Thank you for being with us and supporting us and always letting us know you're around. What message do you have for us today, Spirit? What message do you have for us today? Please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, share. We need to get it out there to the world that we are building a community of like-minded people who want to go and pursue a spiritual journey and getting to know who they really are and loving on yourself, because that's important. That's extremely important. It's for us to love on ourselves, to love who we truly are, and tap into those powers that God has given us to grow and to learn. We're here to learn. We're here to learn. So what message do you have for us today, Spirit? One card, please. Thank you very much. Spirit Guide. Spirit Guide. Spirit wants us to know that our spirit guides are always with us. It's a reflection. See how there's a reflection? That reflection means to know it, believe it, and understand that our spirit guide is always with us. I'm going to read the extended version on what spirit guide means. Spirit guide. You're never, ever walked alone, for each step you take is guided by a helpful and protective watcher who resides in the spirit world. Spirit guides come in many forms, including deceased loved ones, animals, and mystical beings who bring to you many gifts and lessons and always have your best interests at heart. All you have to do is to be willing to accept their presence and pay attention to their loving messages, which can come in many ways. So what Spirit is saying, a lot of times we forget that our spirit guide is with us. We forget it because we have so much noise in our head. We're thinking, overthinking so much until we forget that that voice inside our head, the messages that we receive as far as our intuition, our dreams, it's our spirit guide. Our spirit guide is there to guide us and help us resolve any situations that we may have or any questions that we may have in our lives. They are our support system. So if you would quiet your mind, I've said this numerous times about quieting your mind, because when you quiet your mind, you can hear what spirit is guiding you to do. Spirit wants to keep you on that path, because this is a channel that we're building, or a journey. It's a spiritual journey, a community of spiritual awakening. And it's important that in order for you to continue on your journey or strive to be on your journey, you need to listen to what your spirit guide is guiding you to do. A lot of times we ask ourselves questions, but we don't have the answers. I don't know, a long time ago I used to hear that if you ask yourself a question, that's all right. But if you answer the question, then something's wrong with you. I don't agree with that. And this is just my opinion. I don't agree with it because we're always asking ourselves questions and we're always answering ourselves. Like, for example, we can ask ourselves something like, if we get ready to do something, you might say, should I do this, or should I just keep my little self at home? And you'll answer yourself, well, I need to stay at home. Isn't that answering the question that you're talking when you're talking to yourself? So we do that all the time. But we can also answer a spirit guide. And you can say, spirit guide, angel, loved one, loved ones in heaven, what should I do? Should I pursue this career? Should I go on this trip? Ask him anything. But you have to listen to the answers that they have to give you. We tend to, most of the time, this is all of us, every last one of us, we talk ourselves out of common sense. And when you talk yourself out of common sense on things that you should or should not do, then what happens is you have to live with whatever decision that you make, whatever choice that you make, the outcome of it. You have to live with it. So you have to be wise in your choices and in your decisions. You have to weigh your decisions. You have to use common sense. And also, when common sense is telling you that what you're trying to do doesn't line up, because when you use your common sense, you're weighing the options. You're weighing it. The do's, the don'ts, the will, the wants, the likes, the unlike. You're weighing it. And once you weigh whatever decision that you are making, you can tell which one is favorable and which decision is not favorable. Don't talk yourself into doing something that is unfavorable. And you know it. You feel it in your intuition. Your intuition is talking to you. You feel it in your gut that it doesn't make sense in what you're doing. Because we tend to do that all the time. I know I do it. I've done it before, and I probably do it again. And I'm working on stop doing that. And that's one of the things as we go on this spiritual journey that we need to pay attention to. Be conscious of how you're thinking and how you're processing things in your head. Does it make sense or doesn't it make sense? Weigh it. You gotta write it down, the do's and the don'ts. If that's what you need a visual in order for you to see the do's and the don'ts. Write it down. What makes sense? Should I do this or should I not do this? The do, the don't, however you want to title it, write it down if you need that visual. And if the right side is longer, the list on the right side is longer than the list on the not right side, then follow what makes sense. And listen to your intuition, because your intuition and your spirit guide is right there to help you make the right decision. And we all have to do that. You know, I can think of so many times where spirit has told me not to do something. And I'm sure you can too. And you hear that voice is said, or you tell yourself, I knew I shouldn't have done that. I knew I shouldn't have gone in that direction. That's a guide. That's your guides talking to you. If you hear your guide saying something to you and you say, I'd rather not listen, then you have to deal with the consequences of the decision you make. And don't look at that consequence as a punishment, because it's not a punishment, it's a learning lesson. Every experience, I don't care what it is, every experience that we go through in this life of ours we live, this human existence, is a lesson. It's not punishment, it's a lesson. And look at it that way. So if you look at it as a lesson, then you won't punish yourself for making a decision that didn't make any sense. Because once you make the decision, it's over and done with, right? There's no need to punish yourself for something when you've done it. You can only thing you can do at that point is to learn. And I'll repeat this numerous times, because our minds, when we're changing our minds, when we're reconditioning our minds, we have to repeat. We have to repeat things to order to recondition or change the way we think. We have to repeat it. You know, like affirmations, you repeat affirmations and say, I'm better today than I was yesterday. I'm wise, I'm strong. Those are affirmations. So you can repeat the same affirmation over and over and over again, and that helps you recondition your thinking. That empowers you. The last video I did was about empowerment. Spirit was talking about empowerment. And empowerment is working on better and doing better and being better. It's empowerment. So Spirit is saying you need to know that your spirit guide is always with you. And not to forget that. It's important not to forget that your spirit guide is always with you. Your spirit guide is always talking to you. Like that voice in your head guiding you. Don't ignore that voice. Not that voice that's telling you to do some crazy things and for just getting you in mess. Not that voice. I'm talking about that voice that gives you joy and peace and happiness. That joy, that voice that keeps you from making wrong choices or decisions. And like I said, that's just something that you have to work on. We have to work on because we all do it. We all think we know everything and don't. Sad to say how we all think we know everything and we don't. Because in this lifetime, we are constantly learning. And learning is an awesome thing. Some people look at learning as change. Change is a good thing because you get better. But some people don't like change. And the only reason I can think of why anyone wouldn't like change is fear. Fear of the unknown. But when you have your spirit guide with you, right there with you, talking to you and supporting you, then you have power. You have it's like a power connection. Well, it is a power connection. You have a power connection, a source of support that can see things and know you better than you know yourself. So your spirit guide is your best friend. The friend that sometimes you wish you feel like you've never had, but you have. You have that spirit guide, that friend who's there to support you, love you, and will be there to guide you. So pay attention to your spirit guide. Work on quieting your mind and listening to your spirit guide. So I'm going to ask Spirit to give me a card, a prayer. Spirit, how can we be more connected or listen more or notice or believe? How can we be more connected to our spirit guide? What prayer do you have, Spirit? What prayer do you have? How can we be more connected or listen to our spirit guide? See. Leap of faith. I'm ready to take a leap of faith, angels. Thank you for doing it with me. When we connect to and listen to our spirit guide, we have to take a leap of faith and believe. Let me get this straight. It's kind of weird trying to look at this. But we have to listen to our spirit guide. Take that leap of faith. See how she has the wings? And she's taking that leap of faith. When you take a leap of faith, it's like wings. It's like taking off. It's like stepping forward. It's because it's a leap. You're believing that your spirit guide is right there. So whatever decision that you make, you got your spirit guide right there. So you take this leap of faith with your spirit guide because you believe that your spirit guide is going to guide you. Your spirit guide is guiding you in the wrong direction, the right direction. So you're taking a leap of faith. You're believing, you're trusting in your spirit guide. So let me read the extended version on leap of faith. Oh, I really got to get used to this camera. The angels are encouraging you to make the change you've been pondering for a while. This change is absolutely guided, and even though you're not entirely sure what's going to happen next, if you take the leap with faith and trust in your heart, you'll be guided safely to the next step along your path. Your angels want you to visualize that you have wings on your back so that you can fly high like them. Now is the time. So what Spirit is saying is now is the time. Now. We've been moving in We've been moving too much without paying attention to our spirit guide, not listening to our spirit guide. So it's time. Spirit is saying it's time for us to trust and believe that our spirit guide, our higher source, is with us. So we can take that leap of faith and believe that. And understand that, because when you believe that you're not alone, and you want to make some changes in your life so you can live your higher self and believe in yourself and love yourself, and you're not alone, you're not by yourself, take that leap of faith and believe that your spirit guide is with you, that your higher source, God, Jesus, Jehovah, whoever your higher source is, believe that you're not alone. And weigh your decisions. Listen to your intuition. And you'll hear your spirit guide so clearly. The more you practice listening to your spirit guide, the more you'll hear what your spirit guide is saying to you, and how your spirit guide is supporting you. Know what I'm saying? It's a practice. Baby steps. Baby steps. Take your time. Baby steps. Because sometimes when you do something over and over and over again, and you don't make any changes in your life, or you're afraid to make changes in your life, then you need to take those baby steps in order to start changing, in order to listen, in order to tap into the support that we have. And we have a lot of support. I believe in you, but you have to believe in you. And when you believe in yourself, when you believe that you can trust your guides, when you believe, there's nothing that you can't do. And you will live a life of happiness, joy, peace, and most of all, love. I wish you all nothing but love, joy, peace, happiness. I wish you all the excitement. Today I was just excited today because Spirit was telling me, keep doing your channel, keep doing your channel. Don't pay attention to the numbers, just keep doing your channel. I said, okay, Spirit. Okay. And that's what we all have to do. That's what we all have to do. Much love to you all. Please subscribe to this channel and continue this journey that we're on, the spiritual journey that we're on, and finding ourselves and connecting to our higher source. Much love to you all. I will see you all soon. And forgive me for this camera, because I'm trying to get this camera together. This camera got me looking one way. I feel like I'm all over the place. But I'll get it right. Meantime, please take care. Please take care. See you soon. Bye.